everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Jai with Fi. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about distance learning, e-learning, homeschooling, whatever you want to call it. It's basically just teaching your kids at home. I've been doing this for a while, and I know a lot of people have been just thrown into this, so I'm hoping these 5 easy tips are going to help you guys out in terms of teaching your kids at home. What I feel is most important, so number 1, is scheduling. I feel like scheduling helps me as an adult function and plan my day and organize my thoughts, and helps me make sure that I get all my tasks done to the best of my abilities. And just like that, I feel like it's also very important for children to have a schedule. It helps them stay focused, stay on task, and kind of helps them process what will be coming next, and gives them some organization. I feel like it's just as important for them as it is for us. I plan the whole day out for Adam. I make sure that I have on a chart listed somewhere where he can see it's fun, it's bright, it's got illustrations in it, what time he's meant to wake up, what time he's meant to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, screen time, workout time, school time. All these things I like to have planned out for him according to the schedule, so he knows what is expected of him and when it is expected of him. So one of the things that I used to use were these cute little illustrations that I got from Target this past summer to let Adam know what was expected of him. I would just put it on top of his learning space, so he knew at this time we are doing math and at this time we're doing social science. Whatever it was, he had an idea as to what was expected of him at that time. If you have kids that can't quite read yet, you can just make really easy signs using construction paper and kind of help them understand what's expected of them via color. So they know that when they see yellow, it means it's arts and crafts time. When they see orange, they know that it's math time. And whether or not they can read doesn't matter. They just know orange means math time. All right, so that was tip number 1. Now, before I get into how I keep a theme, I'm going to quickly go over your options for curriculum. Now, if you're distance learning, it could be that the school board or the classroom or the teacher have sent home work for your kids to work on, and that should prove enough for them to keep busy and keep learning. Now, if they haven't sent anything over, or if you are just starting homeschooling and your kids are really young, there's lots of resources that you can find that are really inexpensive to teach your kids and use kind of like a general curriculum. I'm going to show you guys 2 examples that are pretty inexpensive that we've bought over the summer to help Adam and have a curriculum at home. This is the Canadian curriculum. It's just a general, math, English, science, and social studies. This was really inexpensive. You can see we got it for $10 at Costco. This other curriculum is a little bit more in depth, and we got this one for about $30, and we got this at Barnes & Nobles in the States. Another tool I use along with curriculums are these encyclopedias from the DK series. They're really inexpensive. Again, this one was about $15 from Costco, and this one we got from Virgin Megastore here in Dubai. Now, moving into number 2 further, when I talk about themes, what I mean is I like to keep the same theme throughout the week or 2 weeks that it is that we're learning about the subject. So for example, if I'm teaching Adam about animals, I'm going to talk about geography using animals, and what I'll do is talk about different continents and which animals live on which continent and why they live on that continent and how it suits that animal. We'll talk about biology and animals, so we'll turn the conversation to which animals are mammals, reptiles, amphibians, stuff like that. So I like to keep the same theme. Even when it comes to arts and crafts, we'll use construction paper and make different animals. When it comes to math, I'll do the same thing. And I know that we can't do this right now because of the situation with the pandemic. Under normal settings, what I would do is if we're talking about animals that week, we'll take a field trip and go to, let's say, the zoo or a pet store. I feel like it's really important to make learning really fun for kids, and that's one of the ways you can make it really fun. So that was number 2. Moving on to number 3, technology. You don't need to be scared of technology. It is a great and useful tool, especially right now while everyone is distance learning. Whether you've been traditionally homeschooling or not, it's an excellent way to help your kids learn and get the most out of their education. One of the best resources I've used this past year is Khan Academy. It is great for kids. It is an excellent, fun, vibrant app, and it keeps them engaged and active. I will include a link in this video so you can go check it out if you're not already familiar with this. I know it sounds really funny, but video games are great for learning as well. They're excellent to teach kids about spatial reasoning. So if you can find the right video games and you can allocate the right amount of time, it is a great and useful way to teach kids. Along with technology, there's a lot of great programming available, whether it's on Netflix or YouTube. A lot of great educational programming such as Sesame Street, Magic School Bus. So number 4. I feel like it's really important to create a nice, clean, quiet learning space for your kids. You can pick 1 or 2 places in the house where they know that that zone is a learning zone. I like to have the schedule up in that zone, and I like to have a clock so the time is there and they know what's expected of them at what time. This is a great place where you can stick those color-coded signs that I was talking about earlier. I like to make sure that this learning space has all the tools that I'm going to need so there's no distractions. Okay, now last but not least, number 5. Number 5 is going to be an easy one for you. It's going to be learning through play. My son is 5, and this might not work for you depending on how old your kids are, but I feel like for younger kids, it's really important to have time where they're just playing and using their imagination. And if you actively play with your children, it's a great opportunity to sneak in some lessons. With Adam, if we're talking about fruits and vegetables, or if we're talking about animals, farming, playing with his farm or building a farm is a great way to sneak in some extra learning and really help with his verbal skills. I like to do that because I feel like it's fun for him and it's fun for me, and it's an easy way to get some learning done in the day. So please, if you need a break, it's a great way to get a break as a parent and learn through play. So play with your kids. Okay, now this is not a tip and this isn't included in my number 5, but I wanted to say I've been homeschooling for a while, and I know a lot of parents have just started doing this due to the coronavirus and staying home and distance learning. Please forgive yourself and forgive your kids. Take it easy. There's no need to teach 8 hours a day. 2 to 3 hours is more than enough to get whatever it is you want to get across, and try to have as much fun as you can. All kids catch up eventually. So if your kid is reading a little bit slower than others, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. All kids catch up. Take it easy. That's it from me, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I will go into more detail in other videos that will follow. If you like it, click like, subscribe, and comment. So please stay safe and happy homeschooling.